Three, two, one.
This is DJ Talks episode 28. My name is Johnny.
My name is Dan.
Hell yeah. So unfortunately we had a bit of a hiccup with our recording schedule. Totally my fault, not to do with Dan. But if you guys did comment on our most recent episode, or between the time that you guys will comment and when we see them, we probably won't see too much of what you guys have said. So I do want to let you guys know that we are reading your comments, but like between when we last recorded and this one, it's kind of harder. So, but the one comment that we got was from Kevin Wu that he said that new school semester, new DJ Talks episode. I love DJ Talks. So that's dope. I'm really glad that you're having fun with DJ Talks and that you're listening to us as you kick off the new semester. So best of luck with school. Don't do drugs. Go to class.
Stay in
you know
school.
The drill. Yeah. Stay in school. That's true. Do well in school, but you got to stay in school. That's true.
There we go.
But Dan, go ahead and introduce today's topic.
All right. So this week we are doing just, I guess, another off the cuff. Using old school terms here. We are going to go through our favorite Disney movies. We're going to go over our top three with maybe a couple of honorable mentions here or there, but something that we thought of because I personally love Disney. So I sing all the songs. If you ever are in the car with me, or if you ever are with me, or singing, karaoke, whatever it is, I love Disney. That's a primarily like probably 50% of my entire music genre. So it's definitely something big for me. But yeah, I was super interested in this. Share our top favorites, and hopefully you guys can have some similarities. But obviously, based on our opinions. So, I mean, take it with a grain of salt here. We have our own favorites. We would love to hear some of yours as well. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty excited to talk about some of my favorite movies, and like, so something that Dan did before the episode is that he compiled an entire list of most of the major Disney movies that like you and I have probably heard of before. The crazy thing is that Dan, you said this isn't even like a comprehensive list, right?
So Disney has been around since 1923.
I didn't even know they were that old. That's fucking insane to me.
So they were in those eras where you had those silent movies. And you had black and white silent movies where you couldn't really do anything but kind of animate a little picture or running around or something like that. So they've been around for so long. And I mean, if you don't know about this and you do want to check it out, there are different eras of Disney. So because it's been so long, people have actually analyzed a breakdown of different parts in Disney's history where they can kind of break off a movie and say, at a cutoff point and say, hey, this is one era. This is one type of kind of movie making that they have done. So I guess you can consider the very first era that they were ever in to be the silent era at their beginning. And now, obviously, it's the present era. So, but bunch of them throughout. I can link the where I actually found this down in the comments, down in our links below. But super interesting if you are interested or love Disney. Something nice to check out.
And these aren't official names of eras or time periods that came up are from Disney. These are all like fan made, right?
Right. Definitely. Okay. Disney did not create this. Disney did not say, hey, this is our eras.
Right.
I mean, like anything, any big franchise or any big company, people analyze it. You have Star Wars fans, you have Lord of the Rings fans, you have this, you have that, Harry Potter. They analyze the crap out of these specific movies, and that's something that Disney fans have done. So, But I guess we can kickstart off. I don't know if I want to do like our top three in order. Or I just want to do our top three in like kind of a bunch. because it's so difficult with the number of movies that they
Yeah,
have
there's a
actually.
lot of movies. This is gonna be really hard, honestly. Like, I already know what I'm gonna say for my favorite movie, but like, there's a bunch of them that I really enjoyed. Um, oh man, I guess I'll start.
Go for it.
Um, so one of my favorite movies of Disney is Lilo and Stitch. I don't know why. So as a kid with my brother and sister, my brother and sister. I almost said brothers and sisters, but I only have one of each.
Mhm.
um, we would often like go to Costco and bug my parents to buy us like DVDs of like movies and stuff. Back then, um, for some reason, I always hated when my dad would like pirate stuff, even though it's like clearly cheaper and like
Mhm.
it was really easy to do. And I would always push my parents to like buy the real DVDs because I was always like a sucker for that like platinum edition DVD with like the bonus content, like behind the scenes,
Hell
extra
yeah.
soundtrack, all that bullshit, right? In hindsight, like I was such a stupid kid. I mean, that stuff is cool, and I love seeing that kind of thing with like my favorite, like watching like Overwatch League or like LCS and stuff like that. I like seeing that kind of content for that stuff, so I guess it's all right. But like for these movies, I'm like, God, I was such a hard to please kid. Anyway, I have very fond memories of rewatching a lot of my favorite movies with my siblings, and Lilo and Stitch was one of them. I remember like loving Stitch, like just the character of Stitch and how like fucked up and like weird and twitchy he is, and like kind of adorable. I still love him. I like hope to one day find it in me to go to the Disney store and buy a Stitch plush. And I know that it's not even like that hard to find, but I just have a lot of fond memories of the movie. I think Lilo's character is like, it reminds me a lot of when I was a kid. She's very idealistic. She's very foolish. She's sometimes overconfident in when she's trying to pursue an idea or a theme in mind that like she cares a lot about. But then there's someone that like has to ground her. I guess that's a really common theme in Disney movies where you have like a very idealistic character,
Mhm.
but she found a companion in someone that was very unlikely. And I think that I really like that about the movie, just on top of the fact that I think Stitch is adorable. So I think that Lilo and Stitch is definitely one of my favorite titles.
Hell yeah. Just I guess a couple interesting facts I actually read about Lilo and Stitch. Well, I don't know if everyone knows, but Lilo and Stitch was actually hugely critically acclaimed as well. Very popular box office hit as well. So they had TV shows off of it. They have
Oh
merchandise.
yeah,
They
I
have
forgot about that.
they have like a couple. I think they have Lilo and Stitch. They have a second movie or something. I think,
Yeah,
but it was like a smaller
I
movie.
think
But
they do. Yeah,
they do have that series. I used to actually watch on Disney Channel
same.
where
And they would introduce a bunch of other aliens, right?
yeah, because it was Stitch was 626.
Right.
So
right.
they pretty much introduced almost every single one throughout the entire 1 to 626. And I think even past that, it was like a 627. So
Was Alien 69 ever introduced? I wonder.
yeah, that's Angel.
Important question. Anyway, go ahead.
But yeah, something super cool. Check it out if you like Lilo and Stitch. That is a great movie as well. I, I mean, I liked. I think in that movie, I really liked. Obviously, Stitch was super cool. But I liked the moments where, because it had a bunch of small, sad, happy, groovy, funky, every kind of almost a bunch of emotions you can tie to it. But I love
Yeah.
the moments where Lilo and Stitch were together and they had their own fun. So
It was also kind of interesting now that I think more about it. Like I remember in the movie, there was a lot of the idea like Stitch had his own identity and he was very different, and Lilo was trying her best to normalize Stitch into society, right? And then, like to some degree, there is a level where Stitch has to learn how to like act around people, but then there's also the point where it's like you should take ownership of your identity and you should kind of like be who you are and show your true colors as opposed to like trying to just conform to what everyone says you should be doing. So I guess to some degrees that kind of parallels to a lot of what we see in modern culture, like modern pop culture today, where people are like being open about. I think the Me Too movement's a really good example of that, where people are very open and honest about like really horrible sexual experiences that they've had with other people that they like have to identify with, but like hid for so long because society frowned upon it. I know that's kind of like a stretch in terms of a connection, but I think that there are like a lot of common themes that people can relate to, and like being yourself versus being the person, the you that society wants to see.
definitely.
Yeah.
Um, all right. Well, I guess one of my top three. Um, I don't want to rate them specifically by three, two, one, but one of my top three, I have to say, is Big Hero 6.
Oh, good choice.
Okay. And there's a whole bunch of reasons why. The child in me loves the hero aspect of it, right? You have regular, ordinary people, obviously, maybe not regular. They're super science brainy, creating their own gear, weapons, suits of armor, whatever it is to fight the bad guy, right?
Yeah.
I love hero movies. I love that. I love how it almost feels like you can be. I mean, they do create suits nowadays like that, maybe, but I had a childlike wonder of, oh, maybe I can create something like this one day, or not even create,
Yeah.
but maybe I can be like that one day, or maybe they'll
Uh-huh.
create something super cool for regular people to save the world. That, as well as it showed a very human side of a family, right? Where Hero loses his brother in a tragic accident, and you can see.
Oh wait, wasn't his brother like the hot dude that like a bunch of fangirls were like going nuts about?
Hell yeah.
Like,
Hell yeah.
like he's animated, but like he was like the hot brother or something. You know what I'm talking about, right? Like,
Definitely.
that was actually something that showed up online for a while. People were like, "Oh my god."
They drew him really attractive looking.
Yeah, dude, like this man was so fucking handsome. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm really glad that we saw another Disney title with an Asian American male protagonist. I'm just saying that's something I appreciate, but not super relevant to your point. I just want to throw that in there.
Definitely. But yeah, that also shows a human side where Hero loses his brother, and it shows the progression of him having to recover from this depression as well that he's gone through, and how he deals with it, and you can come out of it at the end. So, plus Baymax is a baller. Baymax is freaking amazing. He is not only the comedic aspect of it, but like the emotion, almost every emotion you can think of is as well.
Fa la 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 la.
Exactly. And then at the end when he pushes it back,
Feels bad, dude.
feels bad.
Feels bad.
But yeah,
That was a really good movie. I also love the soundtrack of that movie too. It was like very engaging and like super exciting.
Mhm.
That was the one with the Imagine Dragons song, right? Immortals or something? Or am I making that up?
Oh,
You know what I'm talking about?
no clue. Maybe.
I don't
Maybe.
remember. I'm pretty sure that
I
they had like
gotta-
some really popular
Um,
like song that.
let's see here. Soundtrack quickly. Yes. Immortal Fall Out Boy.
Oh, Fall Out Boy. I knew it was one of those white boy bands. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that song was dope. I loved it. That shit, like, that gets your blood pumping, you know? Like, you're about to go to the gym and you're on your last set and you're feeling like a bitch and you listen to that song. It gets you going, man.
There you go.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
All right, Johnny, throw it in with number 2 here. Or
Ooh,
second
this is
one.
hard. Oh, there's so many good movies.
We'll do some honorable mentions. It's okay. You can toss
Yeah,
them
you're
out
right.
and we'll just throw it out.
You're right. Honorable mentions. Oh, man.
I'll go with my second one too. I'll go with my
Right.
second one for first.
All right.
Are you ready? All right,
I have one, but you
go
can go.
for it. No, go for it. You got
I'm
it.
going for all right. I think my second favorite Disney movie is The Lion King. So I really fucking love this movie as a kid. I didn't understand a lot of the themes that the movie was trying to push forward as a kid. Obviously, there is a lot of highlighting of pride, family, returning to responsibility, taking ownership of it, failing, learning from your failure. I think those are things that really resonated with me personally now. But as a kid, I didn't necessarily see those things. I just really enjoyed the story for what the story was worth. I also had the pleasure of seeing The Lion King on Broadway in New York. My senior year of high school, I went to perform at Carnegie Hall with my school band, and one of the things that we did in our trip to New York City was go see a show on Broadway, and that was kind of like part of our trip package thing that we were able to go to, which was really nice. I'm really glad that my band teacher pushed us to, like, he set up that experience knowing that we would enjoy it. And I didn't think that I was going to be good. I'm like, why the hell am I going to go to see like a really fancy version of a fucking stage play of a movie that I know really well? But then the experience of being there in Broadway and seeing everything unfold and seeing the stages and seeing all this, like the really cool shadows and the dancers imitating animals and stuff, it was amazing. It was so good. And I remembered how much I enjoyed the soundtrack too. That, like, Dan talked about how he loves singing Disney songs. I think that that's going to be a reoccurring theme where we just love a lot of these like Disney songs. They're just really good, and they deliver, right. They feel good to listen to, and they're easy to sing along to. So but yeah, I have a lot of fond memories of The Lion King. I really enjoyed that movie. I know there are like spin-offs of the movies coming afterwards, like Lion King 2, and there might have been a 2.5. I don't remember. Or
it was
3
a
or whatever.
1.5 from
1.5.
the
That's
point
what it was.
of Timon and Pumbaa. Like,
Yeah,
point of view
that's
from Timon and Pumbaa. Yeah.
It was literally the original Lion King story, but from their point of view, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty troll.
It was funny.
But I think one of my favorite things about Lion King as well is that there are so many versions of Hakuna Matata on YouTube in different languages. So like for me, being a native Cantonese speaker is really funny listening to like Hakuna Matata in Cantonese. Yeah. And you can hear a bunch of them on YouTube. I would definitely like just look them up, like Hakuna Matata French or Hakuna Matata like Spanish or something. It's like, it's pretty good. So that's my spiel on The Lion King.
One thing about The Lion King as well, you learn more as you watch it throughout the years, right? As a child, when we initially started watching it, we literally just liked the cartoon aspect of it. We didn't, like you said, exactly like you said, we didn't understand the themes behind it. We didn't understand the story as much behind it, but we felt some type of emotion, and we loved the music. And, you know, it was a childlike wonder, right? And then as we grow older, we slowly see, oh my God, there's actually more themes to it. It's darker than we actually remember.
Yeah.
You know, this
like
is
an onion, right? There's so many layers.
Boom, there you go. Growing older, you're slowly eating away at that onion.
And you cry because you're getting older. It feels bad.
There you go. Boom. Easy. But yeah, definitely. As you grow older, I've learned, Lion King is one of the movies I have watched. I still have the VHS as well of it.
Oh, yeah.
So I've watched it, I wouldn't say a lot, but I've watched it more than my normal. So when it comes to movies, the very few times I've ever rewatched a movie. Because even if I really love the movie, no matter how much I actually love the movie, I pretty much only watch it once, twice at most. Maybe if I have to watch it with another person, 3 times. But for the most part, there. But I mean, Lion King is definitely one of those classics where I've watched a bunch of times, and one of my favorites as well. But I'm gonna deviate a little bit.
Is it your number 2? What's your number 2 then?
So, my number 2, in no particular order, I'm not gonna put in order here, is Toy Story 3. Okay.
Wait, which one was that one?
Toy Story 3. It's when Andy goes off to college.
This isn't the one where they were like Woody was with that girl and there's a fat one and like they were locked up by a collector. You know what I'm talking about?
No, that was number 2.
Is that Toy Story 2?
That was Toy Story 2.
What the fuck happened in Toy Story? Wait, I think I saw it, but I don't remember it.
Oh, man. Oh, my heart hurts me.
I know I saw Toy Story 3. I just don't
Toy Story 3 was when Andy went off to college and he gave away his spoiler alert.
Wait,
he gave away his toys. And they were stuck in a daycare. The teddy bear.
Oh yeah, you had the evil teddy bear dude. Yeah. Okay. Right. I don't remember much of the movie, honestly, but it's like coming back to me as you talk about it.
All right. Well, one huge reason why, first off, props on Disney and Pixar. to create a third movie of Toy Story 3, forthcoming in 2019 as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say, isn't there a fourth one too? Yeah.
Yeah, 2019. Third movie that did super well, and I personally thought was better than the original. Very few sequels have ever done that, and this is one of them that actually have for me. Secondly, Disney made this Toy Story almost to, like, the story grew up with us. Toy Story 1 was when he was a small child. He played around with his toys. Second movie, it was a little bit different. It focused more on the actual toys themselves. But then the third movie, once we are in college, we were in college. He is also going off to college. He has to give away his toys or do something with them. It's like almost a nostalgic as well as progression through our lives. It's like they followed us, and they made the story follow us as well, which, I love that. Also, more spoiler alerts at the end when they were holding hands in the lava pit or the toy incinerator pit.
I should probably rewatch that. I don't remember it that much, man.
You should definitely rewatch it because it was a great movie. Plus, Lotso was the bear. Lotso.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking crazy.
Yeah, I remember him being like a huge asshole. Like he's really friendly at first, but then you kind of pick up the hints that like, I don't like this guy. He's probably fucked up in his head somehow. You know, all too much cotton in the wrong places, right?
Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, that one stuck with me. It had funny, hilarious moments. It had sad, very emotional moments. It had, touching moments. It had every emotion that you can think of. I felt throughout the movie. So, good times.
Good times.
All right, throwing it off.
Oh man, is this my number one spot now?
It could be in no particular order.
Excuse me. All right. I'll commit. It's cool. I'll commit.
I bitch out.
You're gonna bitch out?
I bitched out. No particular order.
All right. I would say my number one favorite Disney movie of all time
Drum roll.
is Bambi. No, I'm kidding. Fuck Bambi. No, I mean, it was a cool movie, but no. Now, my favorite movie, I would probably say, is Beauty and the Beast. Yeah, right? Like, man.
Interesting.
There's so many other good movies, but, yeah, I really enjoy Beauty and the Beast. It sucks because it's kind of weird to say, but like, I don't have as much self-esteem as I would like, and I'm not as confident as I would like to be. So I really resonate with the bear or the beast in the sense that it's like he's not seen for who he really is, sort of thing. That's something that like really I connect with more than I should, honestly. I think that Belle's character is like super important because it takes away from the narrative that like I don't know I feel like it's really easy to sell on the fact that like two beautiful characters just like get together, fuck, have kids, and then like live a really good life or something, right? But like she is genuinely like a really good person that cares more about like who the person is and what they'll do and what they care about than anything else. I just really enjoy a lot of the aspects of what's it called, all the weird like household objects, like Lumiere's dope as fuck. Chip's mom, the fucking teapot. Yeah,
Chip is cute as fuck. He's just mine.
And then the fucking stool that's a dog. You know what I'm talking about? The piano stool or whatever. I love that character. Like that dog is dope. I don't know. I really enjoy the movie. I would also say that I am kind of partial to the live action version because I just fucking love Emma Watson. But in general, I just really enjoyed the movie. I have a lot of really good memories with it.
It was a well done live action movie. I've got
it was.
It was very well.
Yeah. If Mulan's live action is as good as Beauty and the Beast was, then I'll be happy. I think that Beauty and the Beast live action was like pretty good. It wasn't as good as it could have been. I really enjoyed it. so you're right. It was really well done. I agree with that. So I have hopes for Mulan. But anyway, yeah, Beauty and the Beast I would say is my number one.
So one thing about the live action actually that I didn't really enjoy, and I completely understand why they're taking it out in Mulan. If you haven't heard, I at least from what rumored is the songs. The songs
Oh,
the in Beauty and Beast live action sometimes just did not feel like they put it in the right place, or it
mhm.
just felt very forced, or it felt just really awkward or cheesy. Um, and from what I heard, rumor wise, they're taking out all the music, or not all the music, but all the songs, singing all the songs in
For
Mulan.
Mulan, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
I heard about that too. Did they ever fall? That was a rumor from a while ago, right?
yeah. I mean, it's coming out somewhat soon. I think within the year, maybe next
Is it
year.
this year? Really?
Maybe it's 2019. I don't know, but I get it. Like you can
2019. Yeah.
yeah, you can tell the story without the songs, without the music. Yeah, it's a
Hmm.
huge part of the Disney, but you can enjoy the Disney animated movie.
Yeah.
Mulan is the live action telling the story of this actual animated movie that they created. And then
Hmm.
without all the musical Disney style, you know, choreography and songs and all that stuff. So I think it's going to be a super interesting. If they, I hope they do it well, because that would be a huge backfire if they took out all the songs like that people really enjoy
Yeah.
and just like absolutely flopped in it. That would be
Yeah. If it's just straight garbage, it's gonna be really bad.
that'd be so sad. So, and
Yeah.
hopefully not everyone's complaining about like. Hopefully they get a good number of actors and actresses about like of Asian descent too, so
Did you hear
people don't
about how they
complain about this. And
chose Mulan?
no, I haven't.
Oh, so a lot of the requirements for what Disney wanted in Mulan was Ch- a by blood Chinese actress who spoke English and Chinese, studied martial arts, and I don't remember what else. Oh, I know she can sing too.
Jesus
Um,
Christ, dude.
yeah, but anyway, her English name is Crystal Liu. Her Chinese name is Liu Ife, I think. Yeah, Liu Ife. Um,
Interesting.
yeah. So they have like they have someone Chinese as Mulan, and like she knows martial arts, and she also speaks English. So I think that was pretty big because a lot of people were just like really worried that Disney will like do that like whitewash casting or whatever the hell
Yeah.
that's been like super politicized lately. But
Hmm.
I don't know who else is in the cast, so we'll see.
I hope it's going. I hope it'll do well. I
Hmm.
have high hopes for it. I have high hopes for it. That's all I gotta say. Don't focus on the no music or no songs. Focus on Disney making a Mulan live action. That's all.
See, when I think about Disney or like Mulan without music, I imagine a scenario where it's like a very serious movie where you're watching it and there are comedic elements to it, but it it's very much telling you a story that you should like be prepared to be immersed in,
Hmm.
and it should feel like a thriller almost. Like you know what's gonna happen, but you don't know how it's gonna be presented. And I think that that thriller aspect of it's gonna be really exciting to see because you don't really see that from Disney as often. I think that a lot of the movies have like a thriller aspect of it where like you don't know what's really gonna happen. Like at the end of Big Hero 6, like you were just talking about, like we didn't really know how it was gonna end, if it was gonna be like happy, sad, or like somewhere bittersweet in between. But I think with how everyone knows the story of Mulan, uh, so without the musical cheery elements that you're used to seeing, it might be very different. It might be a very different experience watching it with real people playing out like the story.
Definitely.
So,
Well said. Well said. All right.
so do you have any thoughts on me picking Beauty and the Beast as my number one?
You know what? No, I don't. I think it's a great movie. I think it's a well done movie, and I think it's worthy of being in your top movies. Honestly, like the songs were great. the storytelling was great, like exactly like you said, um, and it shows growth in people as well as
Mhm.
acceptance and all that. So yeah, I think it's
Dope.
great.
All right, Dan,
And
lay it on me. What's
all
your number
right,
one, Dan?
oh god, I stalled long enough.
Just commit.
Oh man. All right. What if I commit to two?
I mean, we're gonna do a couple runner-ups anyway, so
I feel like it's all right because you said Lion King. I'm gonna say a different. Lion King was one of my favorite actually, but
yeah.
I must say Aladdin. Okay,
Oh, oh, a
I
whole new world. Fucking love that song, dude. It's so good. Uh,
Aladdin. Oh man, same as Lion King. I had the live. I have the VHS tapes of Aladdin as well, and with Lion King, I felt less emotion when I was younger towards Lion King because I probably didn't understand it as much. So my memory of Aladdin is a little better than my memory of Lion King because
mhm.
Aladdin, yes, it was emotional, but it had more flair and it had more pizzazz and it had more like fun, exciting moments that you're traveling with this young poor boy in this poor town, going to meet this princess or meeting this princess, and then having this amazing life. Plus, it comes like genies, right? It created so many questions on what would you wish for, or this, blah blah blah. What would you do with three wishes? All that stuff. Like it created a lot of wonder, and I love the music in Aladdin.
Yeah, the music's so good.
I love the music in Aladdin. I think it's a lot of underappreciated songs that, like, yeah, they're the popular ones as well, but even the smaller songs or well, well, less well known songs
Hmm.
are also some of my favorite songs as well.
Hmm.
Plus, they took out one song that I first initially heard from AJ Raphael. He's also a YouTuber. He does a lot of Disney stuff, but AJ Raphael initially sang this song, and then oh shoot, I don't remember the. Hold on one
Just
second.
trying to look up the name of the song.
Oh, there it is. Proud of Your Boy. It's called Proud of Your Boy, and it was AJ Raphael saying this initially, or I first heard it from AJ Raphael. Plus, Aladdin is in Broadway, and that is the second time I actually heard this song, and they actually put it into the Broadway show.
That's pretty dope.
I was so shocked when I saw this, actually. And I don't know. I still enjoy the animated movie better than the Broadway show, but I really appreciate how well they actually presented the Broadway
Right.
show. So,
Hmm.
but
Yeah, Broadway does a really good job. It's like totally worth seeing at least once in your life if you like.
Mhm.
Just like it's worth $200-300, dude. Just do it.
just do it.
It's totally worth.
Do it. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't heard the song "Proud of Your Boy," go ahead, listen to it. I will. AJ Raphael did it, so
Hmm.
you can go to his song or just YouTube it, Google it, whatever you find. But yeah, I love the movie. The dark sides to it, the fun sides. It didn't probably evoke as much emotion in me as some of the other ones, but I loved it for its time.
Yeah, I mean the movie itself was just, like fun to watch. Aside from the fact that like most of the movies that we've been talking about have like been kind of emotional, or we could relate to them in some way. I think most Disney movies do a pretty good job being relatable and touching on very human elements of like who we are and how you see the world. But Aladdin, I think I have very fond memories of just because I just enjoyed the movie a lot for what it was worth. Like taking it at a for the entertainment value on a surface level, I had a lot of fun with it. I think movies like the next movie I'm going to mention, which I guess I won't spoil it. And The Lion King are a little more emotional, where like you feel a little more connected to some of the characters, and you kind of worry more about what happens to them. I would even say like Big Hero 6 is a great example of that. But yeah, Aladdin was also like that movie was gonna be one of my runner-ups. Just because I don't know, as a kid, like I loved watching Aladdin. I don't really have a real good reason why. Maybe it's because the genie was just like super goofy. Maybe it's because I love Jasmine. I don't really know. But that was really cool.
It was the fun, less invested emotionally, but yeah, like you said, surface level.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to learn so many things in a movie, but we still did.
Mm-hmm.
It just wasn't as packed with this theme, that theme, this. Maybe I'm completely off on that too. Maybe we have analytical, maybe writings or huge articles on this, but I don't know. I enjoyed it just for its face level.
Yeah, I feel you, dude. Oh, okay. So like thinking more about it now, I might actually knock Lilo and Stitch off my list for this movie.
Holy crap! Okay.
Which kind of sucks because like I said I would commit, but now I want to change my list around. But I guess like I'll just like stick with my list for now. An honorable mention that I want on a list of Disney movies that I love, not Aladdin because like, you already mentioned it, is
Right.
The Little Mermaid. Oh man, I loved watching The Little Mermaid as a kid. I thought it was so cool that they were able to like have a character who like couldn't talk, but like she really wanted to explore a world that she had never been to before. She was like so in love with the idea of being there, where like she was able to give up. She was willing to give up the one way that she could tell Prince Charming that she loved him. I don't know. I really liked the movie as a kid. I thought the whole like Ursula thing, like just fucking around with Ariel, was really cool. But I also know like a really good friend of mine, her Bianca. She also loves The Little Mermaid. So like whenever I think of The Little Mermaid, I think of Bianca, but I also think of like how much I enjoyed the movie. So good friend, good movie, good like association all around. I know that they had some like follow-up movies like 2 and 3 where like one of them was like Ariel's daughter or something,
Yep.
and there's some like really weird shit. I didn't see those movies. I don't remember seeing them. I thought they were whatever, but I thought, I don't know, I just really liked a lot of the musical scenes in there too. Like Under the Sea is like super iconic. There's a one where she's fucking singing in the cave with all her like garbage. Oh yeah, that one. I mean, those songs are pretty good. Those are songs that I like particularly enjoy singing karaoke stuff, and like I think of immediately when I think of The Little Mermaid. I also love those like scenes where like the chef was trying to get, what was the little crab's name? The little fucking
Sebastian.
Yeah. When the crab was trying to cook Sebastian, and Sebastian was just, like being a little bitch running around. I mean, obviously he's like trying to like stay alive and stuff, but
Of course.
I don't know. There's like a lot of really little things like that I really enjoyed. Similar to the little things I liked in Beauty and the Beast, but Beauty and the Beast just stands out to me. So yeah, Little Mermaid for me is a runner-up.
There you go. You got some good classics there. Well,
Yeah.
I guess classics for us, but personally with Little Mermaid, I actually never found a full attachment to Little Mermaid because I don't think I watched it until much later in my life, and at that point I don't know. I still liked the movie, but I didn't feel the attachment. I love the songs. I love singing the songs. Definitely, I wouldn't put that towards my top list, but that's just
Right.
me, obvious. Being honest there. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I mean, it's still a great movie.
Yeah. No,
Can't
it was
go
really
wrong
good.
with Disney.
True.
One of the movies that I'm going to do an honorable mention as well is Coco. One of the most recent Disney movie that they've made, and there's so many reasons why. But
This is the one about the little Spanish kid, right?
exactly.
Or Mexican. Was he Mexican or Spanish?
Mexican. It's
Okay.
the Day of the Dead. Yeah, there's a lot of Day of the Dead cult
Yeah.
as well, like Hispanic
I clearly didn't
cultural
watch
thing.
it.
So,
I haven't seen it, so I didn't know. I knew that they spoke Spanish. I didn't know if he was like from Spain or Mexico.
mhm.
Um, but yeah, go ahead. Tell me why you love it.
Musically, I love music, and I think the guitar is super cool. That's one huge. Music is the big almost thing in it. I wouldn't consider it even a theme, but it bases it around music. The story. Some background, backstory about it as well is the voice actors and actresses for the movie are picked very well. They're the characters actually sort of look like the people. I don't know if they based the drawings and the art off of the voice actors or actresses, but they kind of look like, or at least the main characters look like the opposite. So the voice actor for main character looks like the character in the movie. So plus they actually picked exactly like you said, like with Mulan, the people with a Hispanic cultural background as well.
So these are all people that are familiar with like concepts like the Day of the Dead, or like maybe they grew up with it or celebrated before.
Somewhat similar to that, yes. And they actually spoke Spanish, so they could actually speak Spanish in the movie. So I thought it was that tied with how emotional towards the end. I actually teared up a little bit. Don't. That's a secret, but no. I teared up a little bit towards the end, and I think it was just a really well-made movie. I definitely think you all should watch it and check it out.
Ah man,
As
I'll
soon as
probably
possible.
watch it at some point. I mean,
As
I've heard
soon
good
as
things
possible.
about it. My mom wants to watch it. Maybe I'll go see it with her or something, or like I'll find a way to like pick up a copy. But I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about it. A really good friend of mine, Adam Bao,
Mhm.
told me about how he fucking loved the movie. He was like tweeting all about it. He was like raving about it. He said you have to see it if you haven't. Um, so he likes to rate movies by saying like whether or not it's like worth seeing in theaters, if it's a rent, if it's something that you should rent, or like you should only like watch if it's free or something. I don't know. Like, he has really cool ratings like that. So I love hearing like when he says like, oh, this movie is only good for a rental, not worth like seeing in theater sort of thing. But he loves Coco, so hearing about it from him, hearing about it from you, hearing about it from my mom, there's like everyone in all these different parts of my life are telling me that this movie's amazing. I'll probably watch it at some point. So.
And I heard it was actually super culturally accurate. Like Disney actually did their research really well and created a culturally relevant and accurate portrayal of Day of the Dead and the way people celebrate and what it meant to a family. So I actually asked Hispanic people as well, how culturally relevant or accurate was this? Do you feel some type of attachment or tie to the movie or the elements or the theme or just the whole movie? So, and they all said yeah, it was super well done. More reason to watch it.
Sounds pretty good.
I guess I'll toss out a couple more here just as a quick fire.
Go for it, man.
Meet the Robinsons, Zootopia, Inside Out.
Which one is Inside Out? Is that the feelings one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Feelings. But
Okay.
those are some top choices for me too. But
I don't remember Meet the Robinsons.
not many people do.
I thought Inside Out was okay, but I saw a pirated version at a friend's place, so maybe I should like give it a real wholehearted watch. I love Tangled. Tangled is really good. Frozen, overrated as fuck, but I still really liked it.
I mean, look, Frozen, the only reason why people didn't like Frozen was because it was so pushed in our face. It was literally just shoved into our face nonstop, consistently, constantly, every single second. Here's this, buy this. So
yeah, no, I completely agree. Just like so much hype about the soundtrack and then like the characters and like they just like blew up everywhere and it's just like to the point where you heard the songs like I think you heard them on the radio at some point, right?
Dude, Let It Go, 96.3.
Oh
That's
my
that's
God.
a station here in Chicago. 96.3 is like the hip hop, pop,
Yeah, like hip hop,
R&B, like
yeah.
they played Let It Go one day. I was shocked. I was amazed.
Yeah, it's too much, man.
Hey,
It was too much.
hey, the music was still great.
I got super tired of that song, but I mean, yeah, the music was pretty good. And I guess the last honorable mention from you, like you gotta mention it. It's Mulan, dude. I really like the movie too. So, but it didn't really like hit the top
Yeah.
top couple for me. Just worth mentioning, you know. Um, yeah. Any closing thoughts then? Anything you want to leave
Dude.
the audience with?
I want to hear everybody's top 3, top 5, top.
No, we'll leave it at top three. They gotta match us. Give us a top three and one honorable mention.
All right, top 3 and one honorable mention, or you could just list as many as you want. Just
As
list
many as you
every
want,
single
yeah.
favorite movie. Every Disney movie is your favorite. There you go. That's it. Every Disney movie is your favorite. But I really want to actually know what people's thoughts are. Please message, comment, let me know.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think. If you guys like think we have boosted opinions, or if you think that like our reasoning for like a certain movies are wrong. If you're upset that we didn't include some of like your favorites in our top 3 or 4, let us know what you think and like what we're missing out on. And also like if there are movies that like didn't seem like we talked about or like maybe we watched that you think we should, then definitely let us know as well.
Like, comment, subscribe, blah, 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 blah.
All right, thanks for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and you'll see us next week.